got a very good fast bowling attack. Shamsi's a very good bowler. They've got quite a settled team. So unlike us, they've been together. They seem to be playing a lot of cricket together, and I always think that's the strength of a team. But on the day, then I'm really confident in the players we've got. We've got a terrific bunch of players, very talented. It should be exciting cricket to watch.
It's obviously a massive one for us to start off, but it's exciting as well. It's high pressure, high quality, and I think it's going to be a really good game. Hopefully we can play as close as possible to a good game for us as well, as close as possible to our best game, and yeah, just leave everything out there. We can go hard and we can recover again and go on to the next one, but really excited, can't wait to happen.
All of our guys have played in these conditions before, the heat, the humidity, the wicket, so I think the next couple of days of training will be really important where we adapt physically but also technically and mentally to the different challenges. Yeah, it's a big rivalry. They've probably had the better of us over the last little while across the 3 formats, but it's always exciting to start a World Cup regardless of who you're playing.
Australia-South Africa is always a very big game in any sport, to be honest. So cricket's no different. I'm sure that they're probably feeling the same as well. I think it'll be a fantastic game to start off with on a wicket that looks to be, probably playing the best out of all the UAE conditions. So nerves will be there. There'll be butterflies in both teams. First game in a World Cup is always a big event. Hopefully we can prep well, keep the guys nice and calm before the first game, and hopefully it'll be a good outing first up for us, as they're probably saying as well. But it should be a good game of cricket. My sort of red lights are that, you win the first game or you lose the first game, you're not in or out of the competition. So I think if our energy is there and we do well, we need to be able to tap off on that first game and focus on the next game as well. So I think we've got a bigger picture in mind as well, rather than just focusing too much on the first game.
I think every team's going to be a challenge. I think there's no easy games in the World Cup. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. As long as you execute your skills as well as you can, try and take the wickets in the power play and put the opposition under pressure, and they'll be trying to do the same thing to us, get into our middle order as quickly as possible, and we back the skills of our guys at the top of the order to do the job for us.
It's a nice place to play. I think it's probably the truest wicket out of the 3 grounds here in the UAE. There's been some big scores there, so it's a nice place to play, and we obviously start our campaign here in Abu Dhabi, so hopefully we'll get off to a good start.
We've been through a lot in our country, and we've seen World Cups being won by our rugby team. The influence it has over a nation is just massive.
Realizing that achievement, that will be massive in terms of unifying people even more, people back in South Africa.
Like Nelson Mandela, he spoke about sport and uniting a country. The one thing that we are missing is a World Cup.
Leading into this World Cup, we've come in with a lot of success. We've won our last 7 games in a row.
3 series victories for us, and especially in conditions that were foreign to what we used to in South Africa. So we've put a lot of emphasis from our coaching team on upskilling in different conditions. Mark Proudshire needs a credit there in terms of upskilling us and making us realize where we need to be better and how we need to be better and how do we get where we want to be. I think the honest environment is just brilliant, because it's good feedback from various angles, and there's no place to hide, and I think that's why we've come such a long way in the last year and a half.
A lot of people might not know a lot of the players in the squad, or they're not household names because they've just entered international cricket. But the nice thing is that we are quite close, not just now because we're playing for the national team. We've grown up together in a way. We've started our cricket journeys together.
there's always been talk about being very one-dimensional and maybe not being able to bat well in these conditions. And, it's one thing to say then you've got to improve, but how do you actually improve? And I think that's where the players can really take a lot of credit. They've bought into really challenging themselves on scoring options, but also trying to get away from the sort of mindset of we're just going to use fast bowlers whenever we come to the subcontinent. I don't think it's the smart way, and I think that we've perhaps fallen into a bit of a trap in the past. We're probably a lot more smarter in the way we go about things now, especially in these conditions, which have been foreign to us. So hopefully that can stand us in good stead to put up a good performance in the World Cup.
We've got a lot of great things happening. Very optimistic about this World Cup. Just to be nice and switched on, tick all our boxes, and hopefully things fall into plan.